So I didn't delete my one video because it was too long and I didn't realize it. It was like 15 minutes and something seconds. Anyway, what I wanted to say was let me know your opinion. So, I have a husband and we've been together for a year and like 3 or 4 months. His mom does not like me. She never got to know me. She's always talking negative stuff about me. And I moved out of my foster parents' house and they didn't like it. They treated me like a slave. That every time I was being bullied at school, I would come home to hell, be bullied, harassed. No, basically, let me change that around. Be harassed, threatened, and mocked. Like I was mentally retarded, and I didn't like it. So it got to the point in April, I think it was 5th or 6th, I took off and moved out without saying anything to anyone with my husband. And they got pissed because they couldn't treat me like a slave. And so my foster parents' sister basically text messaged me one day saying I will get what I deserve. And then they ended up slandering me about my personal life, which isn't and is not supposed to be mentioned because it's in the past. And so I'm not going to talk about it because it's someone's business. But anyway, she was going around saying all this negative stuff about me and just making rumors up, which is not true. And instead of her coming to me or one of my family members and saying this shit to our face, she went behind our back and slandered us, which she got warned by the state police, saying that if she did it again, she would be taken to court and basically sentenced to jail. But anyway, so let's get back on my husband thing. So he was adopted, and his mother is really creepy and crazy-ish, like a psycho who should basically be in rehab. That's how like messed up she is. And basically, and he will agree with me because all this stuff about how she's an ugly, immature bitch, he agrees with me on that. And you can ask my mother because she was around when he was agreeing with me. And right now, he's with his mom at his house, and he won't be home until later on tonight because because his aunt died. Anyway, after today, he won't have any contact with her whatsoever, and he actually agreed with me. And you can tell me if I'm a controlled bitch because she called him a freak because of his hair because he wanted to dye his hair this color, which is jet black. And it was his decision, not mine. And so I dyed his hair and cut his hair as well because he wanted me to. Because I used to be a hairdresser and still am. But I quit that because the lady, my boss, was the one who threatened me. So she even threatened me to tell people that the customers who came in all this shit about me, which I didn't care because it's not going to affect me one bit. I'm the kind of girl who doesn't give a shit what people say about me because I'm just going to laugh in their face. And I'm the kind of girl who ignores stuff until enough is enough. And if people want to come to my face and say shit, then I'm going to punch them in their face. And I don't care who you are. Anyway, so his so-called mom, which we're going to call because he calls my mom and he thinks of us as his real family. And so he doesn't want nothing to do with her whatsoever. And basically, he's getting tired of her bullshit, being fake all the time, saying I'm this and that, and just blaming me for everything, but she doesn't know me. And so, anyway, let's get back to being together. So, when we started dating, she didn't accept me as his girlfriend. She accepted me as a friend who he wasn't allowed to be around. And this woman only met me once and started talking negative stuff about me, which you can see how that's messed up. Because the only way you can talk negative stuff about someone is if you know them personally. And when I first met her, she called me immature just because I was laughing at Zachary for making faces. And she didn't want him to be with me because I told her how I was in special ed all my life because I'm slow. And she didn't like the fact that he was dating a slow person, if you know what I'm coming from. Anyway, that was my mom. And she just says, from proof, if you can read that, or not, sorry about that, that just went on. If you can read this, maybe not, you can't read it, but it basically says his so-called mother needs to get over the fact that he's with me and that he's never gonna leave me. Because his mom is the kind of person that every time he's with her, he's not allowed to have any kind of contact with me because she doesn't want him to have any kind of contact with me. And all this stuff I'm saying about his mom is the truth because he has proof on it. I read the proof, and I did call his sister and his mom a fake amateur bitch because that's what they are. When they ask a question and you answer it, they start bullshit with you, and it's messed up. So let me know what you think on that. Thank you.